Oh, hey, what's poppin', everybody? It's it's a beautiful day outside. It's one of the first. I think we're finally technically in spring. What is it? March 27th. Oh shit, March 27th. I thought it was the 25th or 24th, but March 27th. It's about 50 degrees out here, and it's feeling like a thing of beauty. I'm making these new little videos. I'm gonna call them Grillin and Chillin for now, and see where the hell this thing takes me. Look, I just got a lot going through my mind sometimes, and I just wanna just talk to the camera and see if y'all can get a little bit of value out of what I gotta say. So I'm gonna just be grilling up and talking up. So right now I gotta throw the chicken on the grill because this shit's getting hot. Look, hold on. About that time to throw this thing on there. Oh yeah, it's going now. Got a little bit of breasts and some drumsticks. I like to just kind of separate them a bit. I don't know why I'm like that, but I have a little bit of an order thing going on. Okay. All right, we just threw the chicken on there. And look, if you ever make chicken, if you know how to do it, I generally have the heat just probably a little bit, probably a little bit closer to lower temp because it is too damn easy to burn your chicken, folks. Either you're overcooking it on the outside and the inside is raw as hell, or you just burn this shit in completely, or it just comes out too damn dry. So you gotta kind of play with it until you can really get this shit down to the dot. So I'm gonna let these sit a little bit. Today I just feel like talking a bit, and it's like I was just listening to a podcast right here while I was getting everything ready, and I don't know if you guys have heard of Robert Greene. If you haven't, go check out his content. Like, he's got all these books. He's featured on so much podcasts now just because he's a damn bright mind, and it's really cool to be able to just have not just have his brain being picked on video, but also like the stories he's got for his books. I haven't really read his books yet, but I've just listened to enough podcasts to have a good idea of where his head's at. So I'm actually really excited to get into his books because right now, I'm currently reading the 12 Rules of Life by Jordan Peterson. If you guys haven't checked that out, that's also a damn good one. Just because I'm probably at chapter 5, and there's so much value I'm already getting out of it. Don't get me wrong, some of these things like I've already like talked about and heard about, and kind of we all already know a bunch of like the right or wrong things that we should be doing. Watch who you're around, treat yourself better, all this and that. But when it's broken down and just like kind of just laid out right in front of you, like, okay, this is why, or this is how. Man, this shit is just so enlightening and clarifying, really. Just to be able to just I think dissect is a good word. Dissect and just get the most out of an idea. It's a thing of beauty. So yeah, right now back to Robert Greene. I was just listening to one of his podcasts with Steve Bartlett. I don't know if y'all seen Diary of a CEO. I'm shouting out so much folks doing all this stuff because I didn't. I do a lot of self-reflecting, but I learned so much from other people. Like everybody should be, and that's because there's so much to learn. So one of my favorite things that he said, I'm only like halfway through this thing, but one of my favorite points that he mentioned is nowadays, one of the biggest things we got to like focus on and get kind of the best at skills. Skills. Getting good at one thing and just mastering that and taking that as far as you can. So don't get me wrong, like you can bounce around and play with skills and see if you like any, because you maybe start looking at one thing and then you end up hating this shit. So it's like, if that's the case, you don't want to just keep pushing that and going, and then next thing you know, you hate your life. And that's why a lot of people go to college, get a degree, take the job, and next thing you know, they hate their life. Like they're a lawyer and they're like, why the hell I don't even have any passion, I don't have any connection with this. So what value does that bring to you other than a sense of accomplishment? Because a lot of folks, we do things, especially when we're younger, we do things to just what's the word? Just kind of meet people's expectations, like our parents or the people around us, our teachers, whatever the hell. And next thing you know, you end up living a life that you have no fulfillment living, and that is one of my biggest fears in life is just looking back when I'm on my deathbed, looking back and being like, bro, I could have, like, I just didn't even do anything that I was passionate about, or I could have excelled so much in this one branch of life or this area, but I was just so focused and maybe not stubborn, but just blind to the rest of the world, or the rest of what's the rest of just there's so much different opportunities and options. Blind to the opportunities in our hands, because especially nowadays with social media, technology, this like phones and content and all this, like I think we only got a couple years left of being able to really capitalize off of content, just because AI is going to be a monster. Like, it already is slowly building up more and more. But I can just imagine in 10 years, that AI influencer thing is going to be so real. Have y'all ever seen Black Mirror? Shoo, I feel like they just foreshadow a whole lot. And it's like, damn, okay, I see a little bit more of the chances of where the places life can go to, and it's a mess. It's a mess. It might get real ugly, but the thing is, there's also some beauty in it. Even in the mess of like being so overrun by technology, there's so much we can get out of it, and at least in a beneficial way. Like, I forget who it was, but I think it was Dr. K. He also, on Chris Williamson is where I found him. He mentioned that technology kind of propagates our where we're at in life. Like, if we're happy, generally technology can help us be even happier. But if you're already like in a bit of a hole and a bit of a spiral downhill, man, like, your algorithm is just your mind, but puts kind of just playing back to you. Because you see a depressing video about breakups. Oh my god! Next thing you know, you watch that for a good couple seconds. You like it maybe because you're like, oh, I feel that. Next thing you know, next video, same type of thing. Couple videos after, same type of thing, and then all of a sudden, you're just spiraling down an even deeper hole that you were already in. And it's like, bro, pros and cons, pros and cons. It's a mess, but that's why you got to try to really make the best of the whole game and try to use it to your advantage, because there are people out there that are using it to their advantage. Like me, I'm trying my best to just not interested, to dislike, to skip by things that provide no value for me, because it's distractions. I see a little bit of ads. I'm like, bro, why is this shit on my page? Try to be not put it not interested, because man, there's so much distractions out there, and that's what they want. I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, so I won't get to see, but that is what they want. They want us to just be sheep and slaves to our human nature, because humans, we're still animals. Like, yeah, we got a mind, and we're conscious, and most of us are conscious, and we can make decisions, and we're mostly competent. But we still have these animal instincts that just take us over sometimes. That's why you see a beautiful woman, you're like, oh man, I'm not trying to do something, you're trying to see what's going on, and you might act on that, but what is that? Generally, that's just a feeling, a quick, like, oh man, I just wanted that for that, and then next, you will see where this goes, right? I gotta flip the chicken 1 second. I see, like, I say this from experience, dude. Like, I'm on my page sometimes, and like I said, I see something, and I'm like, what the hell? Why is this even on my page, bro? Like, damn. But it's just, again, the animal reflex that gets us stuck on our phones too. Man, doom scrolling is a whole other topic. We don't even got to talk about that right now. But that's just a big one too. And I guess the whole breakdown, kind of, I'm going back to the skills thing, is don't try to do everything all at once as well, man. Like, again, try one thing out, see if it's calling your name, see if your soul, your spirit, your consciousness, whatever the hell you want to call it, resonates with it, and then run with it or don't. That's Oh man, another thing he just said that goes along with this is don't chase money. Like, learn to chase fulfillment, purpose. Things that make you feel like I'm doing something with my life. Cause man, like you can make a whole lot of money being an accountant. Okay, maybe shout out to those folks that like being accountants and that get a little bit of fulfillment and are passionate about that. But how much are you passionate about accounting? Are you passionate about counting numbers and just who didn't sit? I mean, hey, to each their own. Who am I to judge? No, nobody. But we got so much that we just tend to get complacent with things, and next thing you know, you're here stuck on a skill that you just hate, bro. And it's like, man, I just know that I don't want to live that life. I know that I want something more meaningful for myself. And these are things that I just think about often now. Just the older I've gotten, the more I've experienced. Life has really beat my ass sometimes, but there's this, things happen for a reason. You got to question yourself every once in a while, and you got to question not just, my big questions are always going to be, who am I? Not just that, but who do I want to be? And what am I going to do to be that person? What can I change to either live more like that person or live less like the person I wouldn't want to be? Because maybe just envisioning somebody that you want to be, or maybe you don't really fully know what that is yet. Maybe that just isn't like, oh, that isn't so motivating for you. That isn't inspiring. That doesn't call you to for action. Doesn't call you to action. But maybe thinking about the person you don't want to be does, and that's good too. Like, bro, whatever works. Like, if that works, then to hell with it, bro. Do that and run with it. Like, don't let nobody else tell you just because you seen somebody on. If you're just because you see me telling you to do one thing, I don't know. It's easy to just kind of get lost in the sauce. It's one of my favorite sayings. Well, because I was lost in the sauce for years, dude. Like, I've been in a hole. I've been having ups and downs, a lot of downs. Thank God my life has been changing quite a bit recently, and I've been a lot more grateful for things. And trying to be appreciative of everything I have. Bro, I can walk. I can breathe well. Like, I didn't completely damage my lungs doing all that smoking I was doing. I'd say I'm mostly competent. I'd hope that's the case. But, maybe I could have been even more competent if I didn't do all them damn things that we'll get into at some point. But, you got to be grateful, appreciative for the little things. If you have family that you love or people that you love, be grateful for them every single day. Because, dude, this shit doesn't last. Nothing lasts forever. And that's another topic. Topic for another day. I'm gonna keep y'all a little bit on the hook with that one, just because that's another deep one. But I don't know, man. I think at the end of the day, don't just listen to me. Like, go listen to. That's why I say go listen to podcasts. Go listen to audiobooks. Go read a book. I personally would rather listen to audiobooks just because reading. I have been actually been getting better at it. I actually have been, like, almost every morning, every other morning, at least a couple times a week, maybe at night, just reading a little bit and just getting my mind trying to expand everything I got going on in my head. And it's been a thing of beauty, but it doesn't always work for everybody. So do what works for you, man. Like, there's no one size. I made a post about this about working out, but this is like everything in life. There's no one size fits all. Like, my routine, my program, my way of thinking, it's not gonna work for everybody, because I'm a little bit of an extrovert. I'm pretty optimistic, but I'm an optimistic realist because I see the evil, I see the fuckery, I see all that in the world too. But I also see the beauty in the whole, the beauty in the ugly. I see the light in the darkness. And I think that's a gift, and I appreciate it. Thank you, Lord, just because it's not everybody has that, and I'm grateful. That's another thing to be grateful for. That's my thoughts, man. I got a lot running through this big old head of mine, but for now, I think it's gonna be a wrap for the first one, guys. I like being able to talk. And if you relate to it, man, Leave me a comment if there's anything that you resonated with, anything that you kind of just, you're like, okay, what, or you want to know more about. Because I mean, maybe I'll be able to answer the question, or I'll just be able to lead you to a source. Like I'll generally do my best to help folks, because it's what I like doing. You know, I mean, I feel like maybe that's what I was put on this earth to do. It's like it gets that gets clearer. I think every day, every month, every year, that I do get a sense of fulfillment out of helping people and doing stuff. So, man, go find something that's calling your name, lock in, and excel at that, dude. Become the best you can at that one thing. And then after that, after you get that down, maybe work on something else that also is calling your name. Because it's not just one thing, you know. And like, it doesn't have to be just one thing. It can be multiple things that you're like. I mean, it's like I love working out, fitness, and helping folks. But I'm also starting to get a lot more into communication and being able to talk to people and being able to help people kind of just understand what they got going on in their own head too. So, hey, if that's something, go find something. Make it happen. Lock the hell in. All right. I'll catch you guys on the next one. We'll see what these things are called. But adios.